We are now joined by driver the number five, HendrickCars.com Chevy, fresh out of a top five at Pocono yesterday, Kyle Larson. Kyle, how's it going? It's always a pleasure to chat with you.
Yeah, it's going good. Thanks for having me on again.
First thing I want to start is, we kind of hit on it. You had a top five yesterday at Pocono. You guys have been really just right there. You're starting to find some speed as the summer's gone on. From the last time I saw you at Las Vegas, seems like you guys are starting to get your hands more around the car. Where do you think you guys are speed wise as you head into this West Coast swing?
Yeah, no, I think it's been a good last probably 4 to 6 weeks for us. I feel like we finally are finding some consistent speed and balance, which is something we've been searching for up to this point. So, yeah, I mean, we're not the fastest car every week, but we're near the top five now, I would say, every week. So I've been very happy with that. And once you get within the top 10 and then top five, you can start to see where a win might be in the future. So, there's definitely a couple teams, Denny specifically, and even Reddick, who are at the top of the the group of cars in the Cup Series right now. So still have a lot of work to do to catch them, but we're in a much better spot than we were to start the season. So you're happy with all the hard work.
You're six in points, but you're quickly approaching the top five in points. I think they mentioned that on the Prime broadcast yesterday. I mean, you guys have really started to find something. Now I want to ask more about questions about the Sonoma weekend, man. You guys have added horsepower. You guys have had added horsepower at the shorter ovals, Nashville, Darlington, and also at all the road courses. Have you noticed any of that specifically on the road courses with the at Watkins Glen and Coda that you've raced it so far, or has it been that big of a difference at all?
No, I mean I haven't really noticed much of a difference on the road courses. I would say the only ones that I've really noticed the difference at so far have been like the not the half miles like Martinsville or Bristol, but the Phoenix and Nashville, Dover, those all felt faster to me. But the road courses and short tracks, I feel like have felt very normal and I would say have raced very normal. So we'll see. I mean, it could be different when we get to the tracks these next couple weeks, but yeah, I don't foresee it seeming any different than it was last year.
Gotcha, gotcha. And then, how has this chase format kind of changed the racing on the track? Because suddenly it's a good day to, come home with a top five finish instead of, just worrying about having to worry about a win all day. Like you, as I mentioned, you're almost in the top five in points. How has this format changed that to where every day, every point is more important?
Yeah, I don't agree with that narrative at all. I feel like points were always important before too. It's not like you just win and
Hmm.
that seeds you. You still have to earn points that put you towards the top of the list at the regular season, which pays out bonus points. And then through each round, there was still always teams that advanced on points. So, in my opinion, I feel like points are just as important, if not more important back then than they are now. So, consistency has always been a thing. So, to me, nothing has changed. It's the racing seems every bit the same on the track, just as aggressive as it's always been. So, yeah, I mean, I understand that it's something new and there's a storyline that's being searched for, but behind the wheel and the way our team approaches it, it's no different.
Gotcha, gotcha. I think that's the first time I've heard somebody who is actually in it say that. So that's an interesting from your perspective. Now I want to go and fast forward and rewind a little bit. Man, a few weeks ago you dominated high limit during the week. What was that week like with you winning? And then I saw your kids were doing some winning on the dirt track. How fun has it been to have the whole family winning and on the dirt side of things here recently?
Yeah, no, it's been fun this year for my kids especially. They've been racing a lot. Audrey's been doing a really really good job. Winning quite a bit here lately, and then Owen, his competition's really tough, so it's hard for him. But he's improved a ton as a driver this year, and then yeah, the I guess it was 2 weeks ago we had a strong run in the sprint car and won 3 races in a week, which was something I feel like I haven't done in the sprint car in a couple years. So that was fun to do. And then kind of went back to normal this last week, just being good, but not as great as we were the week before. But I think more fell into my hands of not executing. So yeah, it's been fun, racing quite a bit more, and the summer months are always busy. So I've enjoyed it, and look forward to now getting to the West Coast, kind of work, but also relaxation and enjoy our time out in some good weather.
Yeah, what are your plans for when you come out here? I know it's naval-based San Diego Coronado is going to be a spectacle for everybody, and then you got Sonoma after that. You're a West Coast guy, so I'd imagine this has something, and you said as much on the Prime broadcast yesterday that you look forward to. So, what are your thoughts on that coming up here with these next 2 weeks?
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I've actually never spent any time in San Diego, so it's pretty far from where I grew up in Northern California. But look forward just to seeing somewhere new there, getting to race somewhere new, and then also being from California, I've never really driven along the coast. So we're gonna drive what is it, Highway 1 from San Diego all the way to Napa throughout the week, stop along the way and just be a tourist in a way and vacation some. And like I said, get some relaxation in. So yeah, I know a lot of drivers and mechanics and people are staying out west. So should be fun for the industry. And yeah, I look forward to it because it's a perfect time of year out there.
I know earlier in the year, I can't remember the date exactly, but you came out here, you toured UC Berkeley and met their new football coach, Tosh Lapoy. You went down Lombard Street in San Francisco, and then you went to the Sacramento A's game. What was that day like for you? Because that had to be a lot of fun just seeing all different parts of Northern California.
Yeah, no, it was a quick but busy trip. Yeah, that was fun. I mean, I feel like when you grow up in a state, you don't ever experience like the touristy stuff. So yeah, it was fun to get to spend time in San Francisco. I haven't really spent a whole lot of time there, but got to see some nicer parts of that city and go to UC Berkeley, which was cool. I've never been to a college facility. I didn't I didn't go to college myself. I've never been to a college football game. Still haven't, but just to see the facility and the equipment and meet some of the players and coaches was really neat. So yeah, the hospitality there was great. Got to go to a Golden State Valkyries game. I think they call them Golden State, but that was really cool. The atmosphere there was awesome. I've only been to one other WNBA game, and the atmosphere at the Valkyries game was unreal. So yeah, that was awesome. And then yeah, the A's game, throwing out the first pitch there. Yeah, I've been to plenty of River Cats games at that ballpark, but never a major league game. So that was great. It was just like I said, busy. Every trip was really quick, but a lot of fun and good to get out there and promote the Sonoma race.
Yeah, I'm sure that was a lot of fun. Now, unfortunately, I have to ask this question. Kyle Busch was, you guys and him were known for the Kyle and Kyle show, and I look at Chicagoland and I think back of your guys racing. What did Kyle Busch mean to you? Because obviously, man, you guys had some great races back in the day, and he seemed like an all-around great guy.
Yeah, he was for sure, and he was a great competitor. I had a ton of fun battles with him, and those will be ones that I miss. But yeah, I think just gonna miss just kind of talking about our kids really and comparing. It was always fun for me to see how intense he was with Brexton in a good way, and see how he was kind of shaping his Brexton's path to the Cup Series because that's definitely their end goal. I feel like, and then so yeah, me having a son who competes with Brexton, it was just yeah, always something I paid attention to, trying to be like, okay, am I doing the right thing with my kids or what? But yeah, we'll miss him. He was a driver that I respected more than anybody in the field by far. And I respect a lot of drivers in the field, but Kyle Busch to me was just the most kind of naturally gifted and talented driver I've gotten to compete with. And I feel like the respect was shared both directions. I always felt like he respected me a lot from my rookie season in the Nationwide Series back in 2013. So, yeah, grew closer to him as we had kids, but yeah, just a crazy, unfortunate event, and yeah, still can't believe it.
Yeah, it hasn't felt real to me as someone. He's been in NASCAR as long as I've been a fan. So, but anyway, yeah. My last question for you, Kyle. You were the one that got Corey Day to Hendrick Motorsports. You were a large reason for that. You found him. He has found his footing this year in the O'Reilly Series, winning twice. What type of gratification has that meant for you to see him succeeding on Saturdays?
Yeah, no, it's been good, a good feeling, I think, for myself and Jeff Gordon and Jeff Andrews, kind of the three of us. I felt like really backed Corey and had to do some convincing to get him on the path that he's on right now. So for him to finally be able to put in some solid runs and consistent runs, and I think he's third in points. Like that's really really impressive for somebody who still has under probably, gosh, 40 or so stock car starts in his career. I mean, maybe he has 30. Like it's not very much. So he's been doing a really, really good job, and I think he's just continuing to learn a lot as you see from mistakes and stuff like this weekend in turn one at Pocono, and those are all, yeah, it's a bummer that you make a mistake, but you kind of have to, and you get to learn from it. So I think he's doing a bunch of learning right now, and he'll be ready for the chase whenever that comes around. And I think he'll be able to really contend with Justin Allgaier, come that time.
Allgaier has obviously been the best in that series, and you've obviously raced in the series a few times this year, and you won when I was in Vegas. That was a good show that you put on there. But man, other than that, like how much fun was it those Las Vegas and Texas weekends where you would literally go from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series car to the sprint car those weekends? That seemed like it was a lot of fun just from watching your social media posts.
Well, yeah, I mean, getting to race a lot was fun, for sure. The O'Reilly races itself were not that much fun, even though we won both, Vegas and Texas, where our car just wasn't very good. And those are two tracks I feel really comfortable at, but I was not comfortable. But it was satisfying to get the wins and the tough ones. I feel like we lost the ones that we should have won, but won a couple of the ones that we shouldn't have won. And then, yeah, and then Nashville, we were terrible. So, yeah, it's been a bit hit or miss for me when I ran that this year, but still enjoy working with everybody on the 88 car and Junior Motorsports and Marty Lindley. He's a great guy, great crew chief. So, always have a blast racing for them. Just wish we would have had some better runs during my time in the car this year, but you look forward to hopefully doing it again next year and trying to build on it all, and you'll consistently be leading laps and winning races a little bit easier than we did this year.
Kyle, thank you so much for your time. I will see you in 2 weeks' time at Sonoma.
All right, we'll see you there.